The mirror used to lie to me, or maybe I was the one lying. Either way, that face staring back, I don't recognize him anymore. Yeah, woke up at 3 a.m. with the weight on my chest. Old habits knocking loud wouldn't let me rest. I used to open that door every single time. Yeah, yeah. Now I'm on my knees instead, drawing a line. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I carry shame like armor, wore it proud. Told myself the darkness was just who I was. But something cracked inside me in the silence when the noise died down and I heard his voice. I tried to outrun the person that I built. Every bad decision wrapped in guilt. Couldn't look my mama in the eyes. Couldn't look at God without wanting to hide. But hiding gets exhausting and the grave gets cold. I was dying slowly in a body that was only 23 years old. I'm not that person anymore. Left him at the altar on the floor. Didn't ask for perfect, asked for real. Got rewild what I used to feel. I'm not that person anymore. They said I never change, I believed them for a while. Wore the label like a chain, drag it every mile, but pressure makes diamonds, that's not just a line. I went through the crush and came out refined. Nights I trained alone when no one was watching. Out the gym, my mind, my faith, my calling. Reps of discipline when I wanted to quit. Every temptation I resisted was a brick. Building something they can't take, building something that won't break. Not for clout, not for approval. This is between me and the one who made me. I used to pray for rescue, now I pray for strength. Used to beg him, take the storm away. Now I stand inside it, finally learning what it takes. The old me wanted comfort, the new me wants to cross. I finally understand that nothing real is ever built without a cause. I'm not that person anymore. Left him at the altar on the floor. Didn't ask for perfect, asked for real. God rewild what I used to feel. I'm not that person anymore. I buried him quietly.
No funeral,
No funeral, no crowd,
just me.
the silence, and the God who called me out. I kept trying to fix my life with the same brain that broke it. And I realized he had to get in there before anything else could change. Yeah. I made a list of everything I wanted to become. Wrote it down, set alarms, told myself this time I'll run. 3 weeks and I'm back at every pattern that I hate. Same thoughts, same loop, same me, just a different day. I thought discipline was willpower, grind and push through. Didn't know the root was rotten underneath the fruit. You could paint a wall 100 times, but if the foundation's cracked, it's just a pretty lie. I was meditating on my failures every night, replaying every loss, every word, every fight. Couldn't see a future cause my mind was in the past, building on a ground that was never gonna last. So I stopped performing, stopped pretending I was fine. Got quiet in the dark and said, God,
Take my mind,
he didn't change my life. He changed my mind first. Pulled out the poison before he healed the hurt. I couldn't think my way out. I tried, I know he had to change the soil before anything could grow. God changed my mind first. Yeah. Now I catch the thought before it catches me. Used to let it run, now I watch it, let it leave. That's not discipline, that's discernment. That's a gift, something shifted in the wiring. That's not me, that's him. I used to chase the feeling, needed proof that it was real. Now I move on faith before I ever start to feel. That's the renovation no one sees from the outside, happening in silence in the 4 a.m. in the grind. They see the results, the peace, the focus, the fruit. They don't see the nights I let God rewire the truth. Every old belief I hand it over like a weight. Every broken thought I laid down at his gate. I'm not smarter now, I'm not stronger on my own. I just finally let the architect work on what I thought I built alone. The mind is a battlefield. I was losing every war until I stopped recruiting me and let him go before. He didn't change my life, he changed my mind first. Pulled out the poison before he healed the hurt. I couldn't think my way out, I tried. I know he had to change the soil before anything could grow. God changed my mind first. Every good decision I made since then started with a thought he planted. I just finally stopped pulling it up. Yeah, my body used to run me. Every craving, every impulse, I just followed, called it freedom. It was a leash. Yeah, used to wake up, reaching phone before my feet hit floor. Dopamine on demand, always needing something more. Couldn't sit in silence for a minute, had to scroll. Feeding everything except the hunger in my soul. Food, lust, validation, pick your poison, I had mine. Told myself I'd stop tomorrow about 100 different times. The flesh don't negotiate, it just demands. And I kept paying, kept obeying like I had no hands. Tried to cold shower, tried to journal in the plans. Read the books, built the habits, drew the lines in sand. But sand don't hold, I learned at the hard way. Woke up in the same chains on a brand new day. I wasn't weak on the outside, I was empty on the end. The discipline I needed was the structure, it was him. I control my flesh now, not the other way. Every craving is a battle and I fight it every day. Not by grit and teeth alone, I learned that doesn't last. I control my flesh now, but he taught me how to fast. I control my flesh now. Yeah. Fasting wasn't about food, it was about the throne. Who's in charge of this body? Appetite, it got alone. Started small, 1 hour, without the noise. Learn to hear the spirit underneath the static in the void. Then I took it to the gym, not to build a wall of pride, but to practice saying no to what was screaming from inside. Every rep a reminder, flesh is strong but it submits. When the spirit's even stronger and it simply will not quit. Now I wake up early, not because I love the dark, but because the morning silence is where I do the hardest part. Denying what feels natural, choosing what is true. That's not punishment, that's worship, that's a man being renewed. They call it discipline, I call it daily war. Every morning that I win, it makes me hungrier for more. Not perfect, still get tested, still feel the pull to wait, but I don't serve my impulses, I make my impulses wait. I control my flesh now, not the other way. Every craving is a battle and I fight it every day. Not by grit and teeth alone, I learned that doesn't last. I control my flesh now, but he taught me how to fast. The body is a servant. Took me years to stop letting it act like the master. Now when it rises up, I look it in the eye and I say, not today, not anymore, not ever again. I used to run after everything I wanted. Hands open, lungs burning, always almost there, never arriving. Then God asked me one question. Who told you to run? Yeah, I was grinding 18 hours like the hustle was my guide. Manifesting, calculating, working every eye. Vision board on the wall, affirmations every night. But underneath the discipline, I was paralyzed with fright. Fear that if I stopped, it all would fall apart. Fear that rest was weakness, that waiting was a start. I confused desperation with devotion for so long. Calling panic, passion, calling obsession, staying strong. Chase the girl like she was oxygen. Chase the bad like it was peace. Chase the plot like it would feel me. Every finish line just gave me 2 more feet to bleed. I was running from the silence, cause the silence asked me why. And I didn't have an answer, so I just kept running by.
I don't chase it anymore.
I trust the hand that leads.
I don't force the door.
I plan and wait to see. Took me falling empty to finally understand what's meant for me won't outrun me. It's already in his hand. I don't chase, I trust. Stillness used to feel like losing, now it feels like war. A different kind of discipline, harder than before. Because the flesh wants motion, wants to feel in control. But much your face sits down and says, God, you take it, go. I stopped sending the message I already sent twice. Stop refreshing on the outcome, stop negotiating the price. Started doing what was mine to do, then letting go the rest. Stop measuring my worth by what I hadn't yet possessed. Now I move with intention, now with desperation's pace. Take the step, release the outcome, get a time into his grace. That's not passive, that's the hardest thing I've ever learned to do. Trusting in the dark that what he promised still is true. The gym taught me patience too. You don't see the muscle build in a day. You show up, you do the work. Then you trust the process and you walk away. No more white knuckling futures, no more begging for a sign. What is mine will find me when I'm walking in a line.
I don't chase anymore.
I trust the hand that leads.
I don't force the door.
I plan and wait to see. Took me falling empty to finally understand what's meant for me won't outrun me. It's already in his hand. I don't chase, I trust. I put it down, not because I stopped believing, but because I finally believed enough to let him carry. I used to pray for the pain to stop. Now I look back at every broken season and I realize that was the construction site. I remember the night it all came down at once. Lost a job, lost a friendship, lost the person that I loved. Sat on the bathroom floor, not dramatic, just done. Couldn't fake the worship, couldn't pray, couldn't run. Asked God why so many times the word lost meaning. Just the sound of made in rooms when no one answered. I wasn't doubting he existed, I was doubting he cared. Cause if he saw what I was carrying, why was I still there? I trained through it, not because I'm strong, but because the gym was the one place where the pain made sense, where I could earn the hurt and feel it leave. Outside those walls of suffering had no logic, no rep count, no finish, no result I could see. Just pressure with no purpose, or so I thought. Just the weight I hadn't learned to read, yeah.
Pain built this version of me.
I didn't build myself. Every breaking point was actually a door to something else. I would've stayed small if the seasons all stay warm. Pain built this version of me, forged inside the storm. Pain built this version of me. Looking back now with the eyes I didn't have then, every loss was cutting something off that couldn't come in. To where I'm going, God was doing surgery, removing what was comfortable so he could make me free. The betrayal taught me discernment, gift wrapped in the womb. The failure stripped my arrogance and made me more than I assumed. The silence grew my root down deep when no one else could see. You don't develop depth in sunshine, only in the lonely. I don't glamorize the suffering, it was really left marks. Some nights still echo, some scars still talk. But I can't be ungrateful for the process that I'm in, cause the man I am today was built by where I've been. Pressure makes diamonds, that's not poetry, that's physics, that's fact. I went in, it's carbon, I came out as something they can't crack. I don't want the easy version, comfort never made me sharp. The nights that almost killed me are the ones that built the heart.
Pain built this version of me.
I didn't build myself. Every Every breaking point was actually a door to something else. I would've stayed small if the seasons all stayed warm. Pain built this version of me, forged inside the storm. Pain built this version of me. I stopped asking God to remove the pressure. I started asking him what he was building. And when I finally looked at what was standing, I understood why it had to hurt that much. Phone down, noise off, door closed. This isn't a mood, it's a decision. I don't have time to be distracted from the only thing that matters. Used to start my morning scrolling through somebody else's life. Comparing my insides to their highlight release night. Inbox for the noise, notifications, everyone's opinion. Lost myself inside the crowd before the day had even begun. I was busy, God, I was so busy. But at what? Running hard in all directions, never asking why or for what. Productive on the surface, hollow underneath, building someone else's vision. While my calling fell asleep, I tried the routines, cold water, journaling the list. But every system crumbled when the discipline was this. Showing up alone in silence, no applause, no return. Just me and God and everything I still had left to learn. That's when most people quit, right there in that room where it's quiet enough to hear him and loud enough to see your wounds.
I'm locked in with God.
No signal, no noise. Cut the distractions, cut the crowd, cut the counterfeit voice. This season isn't social, it's surgical, it's still
I'm locked in with God.
and I'm learning what is real.
I'm locked in with God.
5 a.m. in the city, still dark, that's my hour. Nobody watching, nobody clapping, that's my altar. Not because I'm holier, because I'm hungrier now. Learn that access to God costs attention, that's the vow. Every distraction is a question, what do you really want? Every shortcut is a mirror showing what you're running from. I stop multitasking my devotion, half a heart won't do if I'm bringing God my leftovers. I'm not bringing anything true. The reps I put in silence, nobody ever counts. No likes, no reach, no algorithm, just the source. But the compound interest on that kind of work pays out in peace that doesn't panic when the pressure hurts. I had to get uncomfortable with focus. Had the morning noise I thought I needed. Had to sit with God long enough to stop being a stranger in the room where I was seated. Now the locked in season doesn't feel like isolation. It feels like preparation, like a fighter before the bout. God's doing something in the quiet I can't explain yet, but I know enough to know I can't afford to check out.
I'm locked in with God.
No signal, no noise. Cut the distractions, cut the crowd, cut the counterfeit voice. This season isn't social, it's surgical, it's still
I'm locked in with God.
and I'm learning what is real.
I'm locked in with God.
Everyone wants the results of the locked in season. Nobody wants to lock in. I chose the room, I chose the silence, I chose him over everything that was louder. I've been hit before, knocked down, stripped out, left with nothing but the floor. But something about surviving what should've ended you changes the way you stand. I remember when a single word could wreck my whole week. One bad look, one door closed, had me falling apart at the seams. Build my confidence on people's approval on stable ground. Every time they put their validation, I went down. Lost things I thought were permanent, people I thought was sealed. Prayed prayers that felt like screaming into a sky that wouldn't yield. I broke, let me be honest, I fully broke. Not a metaphor, not a lyric, I actually couldn't cope. Sat in the darkness longer than I told anyone. Wondered if the man I was becoming would ever come. But something in the breaking didn't kill what got a place. And when I finally rose up, there was iron where the fractures traced.
Nothing can break me now.
Not like testimony, this is scar.
Nothing can break me now,
Because I know exactly what I are.
nothing can break me now.
It came with the opinions, I let them talk. Came with the rejection, I still walk. Came with the setback, I recalculated. Came with the silence from God, I waited. That's the difference now, I don't need an instant answer. I don't need the crowd, the confirmation, or the glamour. I've been in the room with nothing to survive. That's the different kind of knowing, that's being truly alive. The training taught me this before the spirit sealed it in. Your body doesn't break on the rep that hurts the most. It breaks when you convince yourself you're finished before the set is even close. So I stop believing every feeling that's a quit. Stop treating hard as hopeless, that's not fake, that's counterfeit. Now when the pressure comes, I breathe and find my stance. I've been here before, and every time God gave me one more chance. I'm unbreakable because I'm strong, unbreakable because I'm held, not because the storms got smaller, but because I know the one who built me well. The grief still visits, I won't lie about that. The doubt still knocks sometimes, I won't lie about that. But it doesn't get the keys anymore, it doesn't get the throne, it doesn't get the floor.
Nothing can break me now.
Not like it did before. I've been remade in the fire, I don't crack the same anymore. This ain't arrogance, this is testimony, this is scar.
Nothing can break me now,
Because I know exactly what I are.
nothing can break me now.
Yeah,
Nothing can break me now.
yeah. They broke the old virgin, I'll give them that. But what came out the other side wasn't built by hands. And what God builds doesn't shatter. Nobody taught me this posture. I didn't buy it, perform it, or fake it until I made it. It came from surviving things that were supposed to keep me small. Yeah. Used to shrink in every room I walked into. Head down, voice low, apologizing for my presence too. Gave my power away like it was spare change on the street. Laughed at jokes about me just to keep the peace. Yeah. I was agreeable to a fault. Call it people pleasing, call it fear dressed up as kindness. Either way I was bleeding. Yeah. Said yes when everything inside said no. Stayed in rooms that were costing me things I'll never know. Let people speak to me in ways I didn't deserve. Told myself that's humility, that was just a word. I used to cover up the fact that I didn't think my own name was worth defending at the brink. I walked like I was borrowing space, like I owed the room an explanation, like my presence needed a permission slip before I took my station. I walk different now, chest up, eyes straight. Not for the crowd, for the God who changed my game. This ain't pride, this is knowing what I cost. I walk different now, I know exactly what was lost. I walk different. The shift didn't happen in a moment, it was layers. Late nights in the word, early mornings, honest prayers. Confronting every lie, let it rent free in my head, replacing what the word said I was with what God said instead. Started saying no without a paragraph of reasons. Started leaving rooms that only took across all seasons. Started holding my convictions when the pressure pushed. Started standing where the old me would've been pushed. The gym was part of it, I won't pretend it wasn't. Every set I finished when I wanted to quit reminded me that I'm more than what the weakness says, that the body learns a language that the spirit says. Now I enter rooms and I don't scan for approval first. Don't measure my position by who noticed or who hurt. I know who I belong to, that's a different kind of ground. When your identity is anchored, you don't wobble, you don't drown. It's not that people change, it's that I did. Not loud and not aggressive, just no longer here. There's a quiet confidence that only comes from being broken and rebuilt by something greater than the words that left you open. I walk different now, chest up, eyes straight. Not for the crowd, for the God who changed my gate. This ain't pride, this is knowing what I cost. Oh, I walk different now, I know exactly what was lost. I walk different now.
people who knew me before they notice. They can't always name it, but they feel it. Because when God rebuilds a man from the inside, it shows up in the way he moves through a room. I built on the wrong things before. Watched them all collapse. People, money, reputation, self. Every time I thought I had solid ground, the next storm showed me I was standing on sand. Yeah, I built my confidence on what my resume could say. Built my peace on whether things were going my way. Built my worth on who was in my corner, who would stay. The moment any one of those things shifted, I was afraid. I was only stable when the circumstances held. Only calm when life cooperated. Only brave and well when diagnosis, one betrayal, one unanswered door. And the whole architecture that I built came off the floor. I thought I had it handled. Had the systems and the plans. Had the discipline, the vision, the work ethic in my hands. But discipline without a root is just a taller tower. And tall towers fall the hardest in the storm's most violent hour. I was impressive on the outside, crumbling in the core, performing strength for everyone while crawling on the floor. God is my foundation, not a feeling, not a phase, not a backup plan I reach for in my darkest days. Oh, everything I built that's standing, built on Him alone. God is my foundation, that's why I don't fall when the wind is blown. God is my foundation. Had to strip it back, demolish what I raised. Painful work, unglamorous, no one sings about that phase. When God removes the scaffolding you lean on all your life, it doesn't feel like grace at first, it feels like losing twice. But underneath the rubble of the things I held too tight was bedrock I never trusted, solid, deep and right. Started over, not from zero, from a different kind of ground. The kind that doesn't shift when all the noise is coming down. Now I know who I am when no one's watching and I'm broke. When the muscle's gone, the title's gone, the reputation smoke. Still standing, not because I'm strong, but because I'm placed on something that was never built by human hands of grace. The training gave me metaphors my spirit needed most. You built from the foundation up, never start but what you toast. Never build the walls before you check what's underneath. Surface strength on shallow roots, that's just a decorated grief. I've been shaking, still am sometimes, let me be clear. Some storms hit so hard, the strongest man won't shed a tear. But shaking isn't falling, trembling isn't breaking down. When your roots go deep enough, the wind just can't uproot the ground. God is my foundation, not a feeling, not a phase, not a backup plan I reach for in my darkest days. Everything I built that's standing, built on Him alone. Yeah. God is my foundation, that's why I don't fall when the wind is blown. God is my foundation. Let the storms come, let the opinions shift, let the circumstances do whatever they're gonna do. I've stopped building on things that move, and everything built on what doesn't move stands. Nobody handed me this. No shortcut, no cheat code, no version of this that skipped the pain. Every single thing you see standing here was built in a season that almost didn't survive. Yeah. Let me take you back before the posture and the peace, before the discipline, the focus, before any others released. I was a man at war with everything inside, losing every battle, too ashamed to let it show outside. Yeah, nights I didn't sleep because the thoughts wouldn't quit. Days I showed up anyway, pretending I was fit. Carry weight that had no name, just pressure, just fog. Just a version of myself I didn't recognize at all. I prayed prayers that felt like nothing, threw them at the ceiling. Worship through the doubt because I couldn't trust the feeling. Stay when everything inside me said there's nothing here. And the only thing that kept me was a faith too raw for feel. Not the faith that's clean and pretty, not the kind that fills a room, the kind you hold at 3 a.m. when God feels absent and you're consumed. This is who I became. Through the fire, through the fall. It didn't happen overnight. Took my back against the wall. Yeah. Not the man I used to be, not the boy who used to break. Yeah. This is who I became, and it cost me everything it takes. This is who I became. Look at what survived the process, that's the real resume. Not the accolades, the metrics, what remained after the breaking day. What you keep when everything is stripped, that's your true foundation. What rises after every fall, that's God's real declaration. I kept showing up to empty rooms and silent mornings. Kept the reps when no one counted, kept the faith without the warning that it would ever feel like something. Sometimes it still doesn't, but I move anyway, because waiting on the feeling isn't wisdom. The version of me that exists today was forged in every moment I chose to stay. Yeah. Every no I said to comfort, every yes I gave the cost. Every night I kept on building when I thought the battle was already lost. I'm not finished, let me be honest about that. There are mountains I haven't climbed, ones that still look back. But I can see the distance now between the den and here. And what God built through all of it is finally clear. This is the man who learned that peace is not the absence of the fight. This is the man who learned to worship in the middle of the night. This is the man who fell apart and let God be the glue. Not perfect, not before, but finally true. This is who I became. Through the fire, through the fall. Didn't happen overnight. Took my back against the wall. Not the man I used to be, not the boy who used to break. This is who I became, and it cost me everything it takes. This is who I became. I used to ask God why it had to be so hard. Now look at who I am. Clarity, the stillness, the strength I didn't manufacture. And I understand, hard was the only way to build something that's real.